Who's
How
first?
do you view interceptions or almost interceptions in practice from an offensive perspective?
How do I view that? What you said. I mean, if you make them, it's real. If you don't make them, it's not real. Very simple.
Is it something to encourage at this stage quarterbacks to take those chances, that you don't want to be tentative, or is it bad decision making?
Well, they're always being encouraged to take chances in practice. That's what practice is for. To kind of find your boundaries, as far as your windows being tight or open. So that's part of it. It's early. It's early on right now, and it's 7-on-7. They're seeing multiple coverages, multiple concepts are in. So that happens from time to time.
Didn't see DT or Shaq Barrett out here. Do you have any update on where they are?
DT, he's at home with a personal issue, and Shaq's being evaluated for a hip injury.
Is it serious?
We're not sure. It's the early stages of it right now, so he's being evaluated. We should know more in a week's time, but that's where he is.
Billy Turner wasn't out there. What's his status?
Billy turned his ankle in the first day of OTAs with a semi-high ankle sprain, but he's feeling better. He's out of the walking boot, so should be back out there in a week's time.
Vance, does anything surprise you? Has there been anything surprising, or has this thing kind of gone according to form, you think?
It has not been a lot of surprises. It's been normal OTAs, normal off-season, normal football practice, which is good.
Vance, by the time you leave after minicamp, will you have everything on offense, and will they have seen everything?
That's the idea. On both sides of the ball, what you want to do in the spring is have your install where it's large enough that it carries you through the fall. Okay, you don't want to be in the fall, week 4 or 5, adding more offense or defense. So you want to put it all in now. Kind of scratch their brains. So in the fall, when you add different concepts, it won't be their first time hearing it. And that's the way I've grown up in coaching. Make them learn it in the spring. Even though it looks bad sometimes, it's a lot to learn. But in the fall, it makes the fall a lot easier. You can survive the fall with your spring install if it's done correctly.
We saw Paxton today. What did you think of him with the A-team?
I know Paxton's been fine. I mean, he's made some really impressive throws. He's made some bad ones. Both guys have. And again, guys, it's the learning stages of a new offense. So. The point of OTAs, in my opinion, for the quarterbacks is to learn Mike's system now, so in training camp they can really compete for a job. Right now it's a learning process, and Mike's put a lot of offense in. I mean, some of those plays are really long. I can't even pronounce them and say them. So it's a process right now.
Does the mini camp dial up a little more as far as competitive?
Well, it depends how OTAs go. You don't want all of a sudden have 10 OTAs and then kind of speed off with 3 minicamp practices. So it depends how we finish next week. How we'll go forward with the minicamp.
How's Tyson Wilder so far?
Fine. I mean, he's looked athletic. This off season, he's getting his strength back. He was with the first team today as a left tackle, so he's doing fine. He's coming along great.
Do you think it's hardest on quarterbacks right now?
Absolutely. It's a lot of offense in, it's a lot of defense in. Everyone's learning. So sometimes it's the receivers issue, it's the tackles issue, it's the guard issue that falls back on the quarterback's issue. So absolutely, it's tough on those guys, which it should be in the spring.
What have you seen on Kyle Slaughter?
I'm sorry.
Quarterback Kyle Slaughter. What
Yeah.
have you seen on him?
He's been impressive for a young guy. As a free agent guy, he's come in here. He hadn't blanked. I mean, he's competed well. He's thrown some good balls. Again, as far as the offensive depth of it right now, he's kind of picking it up. He's doing a good job, for a rookie free agent. I've been very impressed with him.
I really thought the trash can drill was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
What do you get out of that? What are the players getting out of it? What do you want?
Well, when you're in the red zone, most of your concepts are back line. So you want to kind of coach the quarterbacks to, put enough pace on the ball, but with enough height, so 88 can go up and catch the football. So that's a pretty good drill, to kind of teach pace plus height of the pass on the back line.
Do you expect 88 to be back this week?
Absolutely.
I know it's just June, but do you think is Ty getting a long look there, or are you rotating those guys through when we're not in here?
Yeah, we're working. Ty and Stevenson there right now, and Bowes is backup left right now. So yeah, I mean they're both getting a chance to play left tackle. Probably 5 and 5, same as the quarterbacks.
What does Bowles have to do to get into the mix then?
he has to learn what to do first. Obviously, his talent is a first rounder. I mean, he's tall, he's long, he's athletic, but it's a tough offense to learn, and that's the first part for rookies, to learn what to do first before they can perform.
Since it is a tough offense to learn,
Absolutely.
You talk about the two quarterback spots. If one's learning faster than the other, do you push him to keep going, or do they
Right
go at
now
the same
you don't.
pace, or, okay.
That's a great question, but right now you don't. I think in the fall you do, because that's part of the competition. Who can retain information, and who can call a play in the huddle, obviously break the huddle and make on the field sound decisions. So that's part of the competition.
But now
Right now, I
same
wouldn't
pace.
say not yet. In the fall, absolutely.
During the team drills, when a quarterback pulls the ball down to run, do you guys count that as a negative, or just look overall?
Not really. I want those guys to play the entire play, and again, that's part of playing quarterback. If everyone's covered, it breaks down, take off and scramble, get us 5, get us 7 yards. That's part of playing quarterback.
What have you seen from Devontae Booker? Obviously, a few more backs in the room this offseason.
Devontae's working hard. I mean, he wants to be the guy. And again, guys, it's going to take 2 or 3 guys at that spot to make it a complete unit, in my opinion. So he wants to be the guy. I mean, he's going into his 2nd year. He finished last year, in my opinion, on a positive note, and he's continued that so far.
Vance, at this stage, do you kind of cut your quarterbacks a little bit of slack, and then the grading becomes tougher as you come back in July, or what's
Yes. Right now it's a learning process, with a new offense going in. So obviously right now everyone's learning. So it's tough to evaluate the quarterbacks with everyone learning, because sometimes receivers' mistake could fall back on a quarterback's mistake. So right now everyone's learning. Obviously in the fall it would ramp up as far as decision making and who's playing the best at the position.
You and John Elway both talked about how it might take a while for Brennan Lehman, but what have you seen from him so far?
He is athletic. He's tall and long, but obviously he's a rookie, so he's learning the defense and learning how to play NFL corner, which is different than playing college corner. But as far as his physical traits, it's right on.
Adam Gotsis, I know you weren't here last year, but he almost looks like a new player. So
Physically, he is definitely a new player. I mean, he's 300 pounds. He's probably 13% body fat, which is amazing. He is explosive and athletic. So now he has to get reps and play more. But he's a 2nd-round pick for a reason. That's what I saw on tape, in college. This guy, who we're seeing now. So I'm excited about him. He's finally healthy, and you can tell.
Was Shaq's injury something that was lingering, or did he hurt it recently, or what? The hit?
Lingering, you said?
Yeah.
It wasn't lingering. It happened one day, and again, I'll know more probably Thursday or Friday on Shaq.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Coach.